Good morning, bonjour, tashi delar, and demant everyone. It's 7:30 a.m. Just waking up, embracing the beauty of the morning with this stunning view. Nature's view at its finest, isn't it? Feeling so blessed with the breathtaking morning view. Since I slept so well yesterday, I'm too motivated for today's mission, which is the most essential part for me of this trip. Breakfast is done at the Rocher Blanc with their delicious pain au chocolat and a cup of black coffee. Thanks to this syllabus express chairlift of 1,550 meters up to 2,250 meters, which is open throughout summer and lifts you up in the mountains in a few minutes. At first, I wasn't that afraid, but while I guess when people gets off the chair, once they reach the peak of the Corbier, the chairlifts behind eventually shakes, while shook my heart a bit as well.
Oh yeah.
If we talk about some history of this Mont Corbier chairlifts, in brackets 2 chairlifts in one, the Mont Corbier chairlifts replaces two devices which are complementary, the Épaule and the Corbier chairlifts. These two devices, more or less parallel, allow the branched services to the upper part of Corbier. The Épaule de Corbier chairlift, built in 2000 by Littner, provided access to the shoulder of the same name, also serving the link to the Col D'Arves. The Grande and the Petite Vardouille ski lifts also supported the chairlift, which in fact replaced a ski lift in order to increase the flow. Before the opening of the Seabells routes in 2003, this connection allowed customers to change sectors and exposures, thus making the three aircraft quite busy. This justified and replacements of the Épaule de Corbier ski lift with this four-seater chairlift. In addition to the connection, two clean ski slopes were accessible from the mountain station, which allowed quality skiing and altitude without returning to the snowfront. Here I found a classic Littner device of the time with the motor and a tension downstream station. 15 pylons punctuated the route up to the summit ridge where the fixed return pulley was placed. It was more geared towards clean skiing with access to 700 meters descent without taking a ski lift up to the snowfront. After the creation of the Seabell links, this device took on a whole new importance since it allowed access to nebless ski lifts. It was in fact placed as an extension of the Grande, Crozat and Verne chairlifts which arrived from the snowfront. The Corbier chairlift was delivered by Littner Poma of America in 1987 with the classic Alpha Power station downstream. The route measured 1,361 meters and led to a fixed return pulley at the Pointe de Corbier. Poma surface lifts were installed as early as the 1950s in the first North American stations. Around 30 years later, Poma itself established for the long term in Colorado to support the re-emergence of the winter sports markets. Its presence were further consolidated in 2000 when the American subsidiaries of Poma and Littner came together to give rise to the Littner Poma of America, which leverages its experience and know-how to build ropeways transport installations in the United States, Canada, as well as Australia and New Zealand. What a great collaboration and the history. Voila, as I safely reached the peak of the Corbier, I would heartily thank Monsieur Jean-François who guided me very sincerely through all the peaks I wanted to visit. Honestly, as my wish this year was to visit the Mont Blanc, literally the White Mountains if translated in English, which is the highest mountain in the Alps and Western Europe as well, rising 4,805.59 meters above sea level, located on the Franco-Italian border. But as my time and finances wasn't that corresponding with each other this time, I could only afford this trip, which isn't a fail at all. I definitely felt I reached up to the shoulders and only the head is left for me for the future trip. As per the International Climbing and Mountaineering Federation defines a summit in the Alps as independent, are one of the highest and the most extensive mountain ranges in Europe, stretching approximately 1,200 kilometers across 8 alpine states or countries, from west to east, which are Monaco, France, Switzerland, Italy, Liechtenstein, Germany, Austria, and Slovenia. So this is how the Col de Corbier looks like at 1,550 meters. And according to my plan, my next stop would be the Pointe de Corbier, which is 2,265 meters, followed by Col de la Croix de Fer, 2,067 meters. After that, Pointe de L'Ouillon, which is 2,431 meters, and finally descending at the Touissuire, which is 1,750 meters. But again, I doubt about Touissuire, which will be my final point due to the shortage of time. I might not be able to complete it today as I need to be back on chairlift on time around 4 p.m. la she she, chomo ma la she she. Namaste de zamadena, shaye tola kirbi. Tomo nyala jewo, rergana na yore. Tomo 하냐라 제오 르르나 요레 야도 조마로로 야도 가마로로 아로예 Balalo semne le sa lempa shorla shankara yenpa karla marka sawiye do monya la jeo la shena na yore do monya la jeo la shena na yore yarado chomaroro ayado gamaroro aroye Telo pachene lerde shan khazoba dona katane jang do je soro mi penbe 또 뭐냐 라제오 저러위나 나요래 또 뭐냐 라제오 저러위나 나요래 야도 조마로로 야도 가마로로 아로예 야도 조마로로 아로가 마로로 아로예. So before I end today's vlog, I would like to thank each and everyone for taking out your precious time and watching my video, as I haven't completed the trip till Touissuire, which is my final point. Because of shortage of time, we'll definitely end it in my next video. So keep watching, have a blessed day as mine. God bless you.